as you can tell, today I'm not actually in the kitchen. If you've seen my other videos, or some of my other videos, you'll know this isn't my kitchen. I'm in the dining room today just because the kitchen and the lighting and basically the kitchen was just really annoying me and I wanted to film somewhere else. But yeah, today I'm going to be doing a bake with me. I've got a lemon because we're going to be baking, or I'm going to be baking, a lemon drizzle cake. I know I made one of these in a day in my life a little while ago, but it was only a few little clips and I didn't really want to make anything else. I was thinking of doing cookies, but then Mum made cookies the other day, so there's no point me making more because I've already got some of them left. And I've just kind of got this obsession with lemon drizzle cake during lockdown. I don't know why, but yeah, I've just got a little bit of an obsession with them. I love them. They're super simple and easy, and I wanted something that was quite simple and basic to film in this video so that I can chat as well without having to like fully focus. The recipe I'm using, I've got it on my iPad just because I literally use this for literally everything, literally. But yeah, the recipe I'm using is the Mary Berry lemon drizzle cake. It's my favourite one that I've tried. I've tried two, so I'm not exactly a pro. But yeah, I'll link it down below in case you want to make it yourself. But yeah, I'm literally just going to get on. All you do is literally just bung everything in the bowl, mix it, and oh, I haven't preheated the oven. Do I preheat the oven? I don't know if to preheat the oven, like the fan oven, or just use the Arga. I literally can't decide. Also today I'm using like just a bowl and a wooden spoon. I normally use a food mixer, but I thought that's just going to be really noisy and not really work with the video. So today I'm going to do it by hand, which I literally haven't done. Don't think I've actually ever made a cake by hand. Mary Berry, what are we doing first? So we need 3 eggs. I have actually met Mary Berry, little fun fact. I did that when I was younger. Like one of my family friends, they were going to like a book signing, I think it was, with Mary Berry, and they had a spare ticket, so they brought me along. It was quite a weird little, I'm pretty sure she just did like a talk, and then, in fact, I've actually still got the book. I'm just going to go and get it. Okay, this is the book. Mary Berry, the autobiography. Oh, there's a truck going by. I've left the window open because it's really hot in here with my ring light, so if you can hear any outside noise, I apologise. But yeah, this is Mary Berry, the autobiography, recipe for life. That's what I basically went for. Yeah, and there you go. She signed it. I remember she signed it with like either a gold or a silver or bronze, like one of the, like the metallic Sharpies, because I remember she did it and I was like, oh my god, that's so cool. And then I went out and bought my own Sharpies in that colour. Bearing in mind I was probably about 10 at that age or something. I've never read the book, got no idea what's in it. But yeah, a little fun fact. I have also been watching Bake Off. Like I don't normally watch the normal Bake Off, but the, what's it called? The Celebrity Bake Off. I've watched because one, it's for like a good cause, stand up to cancer, and also the lineup's been pretty good this year. I haven't watched all the episodes. I watched the one with like Joe Suggin, the one with Ovian from Love Island. There was also an episode with I think her name's Jenny Claire or something like that. She's got like bright blonde hair and glasses, and basically for the showstopper they had to make I can't even remember exactly what the theme was, but it was like I haven't got anything to wipe my hands on. I didn't really think this through. It was basically like a cake of your dream location or your favourite place or something like that, and she made herself, like obviously out of icing and cake and stuff, into her on Pig Beach. If you don't know what I mean by Pig Beach, it's basically just a beach, I think it's in the Maldives or somewhere like that, and they just have these massive pigs walking around. I don't know, it just kind of made you smile when you saw it, and basically I really want to go to Pig Beach. I feel like if I manage to get to Pig Beach, then I feel like I've made it in life. But yeah, I don't really watch the normal Bake Off anymore because I don't know, ever since Mary Berry left, not that I really was that fussed about her being in it or not, but I just kind of feel like then the whole kind of craze for it went down, and then I've just kind of stopped watching it. But I used to absolutely love it. I wanted to be on the kids one when I was younger, which I think most people like my age who was like into baking wanted to be on, like the little kids baking one. I remember I used to like practice loads of recipes and I'd talk to my mum about being on it, and sometimes she still likes to bring it up and kind of take the piss out of me for that, which isn't actually funny, Linda, so I don't know why you do that. But yeah, I never actually went on it, obviously. Not that fussed about it, to be honest, but at the time I remember I really wanted to go on it. But another little fun fact, I don't know why I'm doing all of these fun facts, they're not exactly fun, but I have actually, I was going to say I have been on Blue Peter. I haven't been on Blue Peter, but I sent in a drawing to Blue Peter. It was of that like blue bear, I can't remember what he's called. But yeah, I don't actually know what the bear was called anymore. Oh no, it was Bear Behaving Badly, I'm pretty sure that's what he was called. He was like blue with like a little brown mouth, and like part of his ear was like either nibbled off or like broken off, I can't really remember. But yeah, for some reason I drew a picture of him. I literally don't know why, but I drew a picture of that and sent it into Blue Peter, and I remember I was watching it one time in the television in the living room. I was watching it on the TV, and suddenly my drawing came up on screen. Like, I'm pretty sure it was one of the the presenters like held up the picture, I can't remember, and then they sent me basically a Blue Peter badge in the post, and it was actually really cool at the time because you got like a little card of it as well to say that you had a Blue Peter badge, and it meant that like up until the age of maybe like 14 or something, you got free entry into like Thorpe Park, Alton Towers, loads of different attractions. Like I think also like the London Dungeons and things like that in London, you basically could just show this Blue Peter card and you got free entry. I don't think we actually ever did use that. Like I don't think we went anywhere and used my Blue Peter badge, which we probably should have, because we could have got a lot of free access in places. But yeah, I still have the badge somewhere. I'm pretty sure it's in like a kitchen cupboard. Like, you know, you have like either a kitchen cupboard or a kitchen drawer that is just full of so much crap and random things. It's in there, but I'm literally gonna like keep that for my life because I'm still pretty impressed with that. My mum used to own and run her own cake business, where she would like make cakes and design them for people and things like that. She's actually so good at it. She did Hogwarts before. She also did one of like my local village for some charity auction or something. I can't remember what that was for. But yeah, so because mum's like really into baking, it meant that we have like all the kind of baking things that make baking easier, like say for example a food processor and stuff. And I think because mum was so into it, it made me into it. But I just absolutely love baking. It's kind of been my go-to during this lockdown. Like I used to bake so much when I was younger, and then I stopped baking, or like I wouldn't really do it that often. And then now that we've just been stuck in the house and there's not really much else to do, I've just kind of like resolved back to baking. I've made brownies, I've made cookies, I've made Brooksters, I've made bread. I can't really think what else I made. I've also made ice cream because I decided to buy an ice cream machine. Yeah, I've actually made quite a few things, and I've discovered someone called, I think it's Jane's Patisserie on Instagram. I originally like found her because she did these like mini egg nails around Easter time, and they actually looked so good. And then I realised actually that she's not a nail artist, she's a baker, and her Instagram is just so satisfying to look at because the pictures that she takes of the things that she makes are so nice. But yeah, I followed her on Instagram, and she like posts quite often, and like her cakes and stuff just look so good. So yeah, then yesterday I had a look at her website and was like looking at the recipes that she's got on there, and there are so many things on there that I want to make. Like she's got cheesecakes on there that look really good. I want to make, they've either got like a Milky Bar cheesecake, I've got butter everywhere. Yeah, like a Milky Bar cheesecake or a Cadbury Dairy Milk one. I just think they sound so good, so I think I'm going to make one of them. She does these like cheesecake cookie bars, which oh my god, they look so good. I think it's like a cookie base with a bit of cheesecake that's baked on top, so like baked cheesecake, not baked. That doesn't really make sense. And then like little more bits of cookie on top. They just look so good. I would never like think to put cookie and cheesecake into like a cookie bar, but it does look so good. I'm gonna move that because that is actually really annoying. She also does these like red velvet brownies which have got like cream cheese in, but the problem is a lot of the things I want to make off there are cream cheese or like cheesecake based, and I don't want to like overload my family with loads of cheesecake based things, so I need to kind of spread them out and do like a couple of other things as well. But she does these like dirty brownies, I think that's what they're called. Oh no, they're not called dirty brownies, they're called slutty brownies I think, and it's like Oreo, brownie and cookie mixed together, and I've made them before, not her recipe, but I've made like that kind of concept before and they turned out really nice. So I kind of want to make them. I kind of want to make all these cheesecake things. Yeah, there's these like red velvet, oh, I've already said about the red velvet brownies, haven't I? I'm just literally repeating myself. But yeah, there's basically loads of different things I want to make on there. There's also like these chocolate oat cookies, which sound pretty boring and simple, but they also look so nice, so I want to try them. I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla extract in. It doesn't actually say to on the recipe, but I'm just going to. I literally smell this every time, it just smells so good. It's in a vodka bottle, basically because this is homemade. Like I said, my mum's really into baking, so she just made her own vanilla extract rather than like constantly buying it. I'm pretty sure she's just popped them all in a bottle of vodka, and then that infuses the vanilla and stuff. I remember when I was once younger though, maybe like I don't know how old, maybe like 14, I tried it to see if it was going to taste like vanilla vodka, like the Smirnoff vanilla vodka. Yeah, it didn't. It was like vodka, but the vanilla bean bits kind of were like broken off, so it wasn't smooth. It was like lumpy and stuff, and yeah, it wasn't nice. Oh yeah, carrying on with baking related things. Have you seen on the Twitter thing is what I was meant to say, the Chrissy Teigen banana bread swap with Chris Clements on YouTube? Basically, if you haven't seen it, oh, I'm going to run out of sugar. I'm literally running out of sugar. Great. I had to go get more sugar. But yeah, what I was saying, if you haven't seen it, Chris Clements has done a YouTube video on it. But basically Chrissy Teigen, I don't know why there's tape on this sugar, but there is and I can't get it off. But yeah, basically Chrissy Teigen, John Legend's wife, tweeted to say if anyone has any romaine lettuce, she'll trade them for freshly baked banana bread. And basically Chris must like live in their area or something, and he happened to have some. So he tweeted her back, and there's like this whole Twitter conversation going on between them, saying like when they were going to meet up and things like that. And then like a few days later, after she'd made the bread and stuff, like the banana bread, she met up with him in like a parking lot, and she put like the banana bread in one of them little like little kids' cars that they put their feet in, like walk in. That is probably the worst explanation. You know, like them red and yellow cars that like most people had when they were younger. Basically one of them, and they traded, like they passed over the lettuce and the banana bread in them, so obviously they were still social distancing. I fully butchered that story, but yeah, I'd recommend going to watch that video just because it was like, I don't know, it just made me laugh, and it was kind of just like quite an not uplifting, but like a nice little positive, funny random thing. But yeah, basically I quite enjoyed that video. I just thought it was quite funny, and also it relates into baking, so it's appropriate for the video. I do feel like banana bread has become quite popular though, like during this lockdown. Like I feel like so many people on Instagram have made banana bread, and I don't get what it is. Like, why is banana bread so suddenly popular? But yeah, I just don't really get like what it is as to why so many people have decided to make one during lockdown. Like, there's obviously so many things out there that people can bake, and I don't get why banana bread has become so popular and like selected. Okay, so that is it pretty much all mixed together. I now just need to zest a lemon and add that in. Then, oh no, actually forgot baking powder, which is probably quite a crucial ingredient. Need 3 of them level. I don't know if it'll show up on camera today, but in my day in my life, when I was doing this, you can see like all the lemon juice like coming out when you grate it. Not grate it, zest it, but you know what I mean? But I don't know if it's going to show up today just because the camera's like further away, but I don't know, I quite like actually being able to see the scent of the lemon like coming out and like the juice. I just think it's kind of cool. This is probably my least favourite part of all of it, just because I hate zesting lemons. And like one time I did this when I was like quite a bit younger, and it like slipped and went into my thumb, and I literally zested a chunk of my thumb out. I did have a scar there for a while like because of that, but I'm pretty sure it's gone. I can't remember what thumb it was on, but none of my thumbs seem to have like a chunk missing anymore, so I'm pretty sure my skin just kind of got over it and healed. That will do. Then kind of like put it in like that, but if you cut the corners diagonally like so, it then means they can fold in, and it basically gives it a better shape. That was my finger. I literally just cut my finger. I did actually do food tech, or whatever it's called. It wasn't called food tech, I think it was I don't know, but anyway. But yeah, I did food tech at school for like my GCSEs, and it was actually one of my favourite like things that I took. I just really enjoyed it. Like the food tech exams were so easy because they were just pretty much common sense, and the cooking was really good as well. I remember we did have like a brief, because you used to have like, not a theme, I guess it was basically a brief, a bit like they do in like say MasterChef or something, although it was definitely not MasterChef level. I don't even know if they have themes on MasterChef actually. But yeah, we basically got a brief, and then you had to cook something like for the assessments to fit in with that. So I know one time it was like a 2-course meal from like a different nationality. So I remember I did Italian, and I made my own pasta, and then I was gonna say I can't remember what I did for the other bit, but I remember I did a tiramisu for my dessert. But then I know we did another one which was like, I'm pretty sure we did 2, so that was the first one, and then we did another one which was like afternoon tea. And I remember I made these raspberry macaroons, and they actually looked so good. Like, I'm still impressed with them to this day. I can't actually remember what else I did. Like, I know they were on like a cake stand, but I can't think what else was on the cake stand with them. But I think because they were like my favourite thing that I did, and like I'm pretty sure when I decided I was going to do them, that was kind of the main focus of my kind of exam piece. Like the macaroons were kind of front of stage, and then whatever else I made, which I can't remember what it was kind of just there because you had to make, I think maybe you had to make like 3 things. It had to be like 2 savoury and 1 sweet, or 2 sweet and 1 savoury. So my macaroons were like the big thing, and then everything else was just kind of to fill it out. But yeah, I used to love that because it was like an hour to bake or whatever, or make something, so it didn't really feel like a lesson, but it was. Actually, also another fun fact I have, I basically, when I went to secondary school, I had one food tech teacher who was not a nice person, no one liked her, and then she ended up quitting, I think when I was maybe in year 9, so like as I started to take it as my GCSEs, she quit and we got another teacher. But basically the first teacher that I had for food tech, like the one that ended up leaving, she actually was Jamie Oliver's food tech teacher, because Jamie Oliver actually went to the same secondary school that I went to. So yeah, he had her as his food tech teacher as well, and she told him that he wasn't going to go places or get very far in life. Obviously she's proved him very wrong. He's a very famous television chef, or just a very famous chef in general, I guess. But yeah, that's another little random fun fact to add into the video, that Jamie Oliver had the same food tech teacher that I had. I'm just going to spread that out, even it out in the corners a little bit. I'm then going to just quickly go and put this in the oven in the kitchen, and then I'll be back to make the drizzly bit on top. That's nice. I've literally licked the like cake mixture or cookie mixture and stuff out the bowl pretty much for my entire life, with like raw egg in it, and never once have I got salmonella. So touch wood, I don't actually want to jinx it, but I've never actually got salmonella from like eating cake mix. So I don't really know if that's like ever really happened to anyone, or if it's like very, very unlikely. But I know so many people are like, oh, don't eat cookie dough with egg in it because you could get like food poisoning, but I personally have never had an issue. This is going in the oven and then I'll be back. Now we're going to do the drizzly bit, like I've said so many times. So I'm literally just going to cut the lemon in half and then just get all the juice out in this little thing. Add a bit of granulated sugar in it. Granulated sugar is better in my opinion. I've done it with this and with caster, because this is a little bit more grainy, it adds a little bit of a better texture on top. It makes it a bit more crispy, like a nice crispy lemon top, whereas the other one doesn't. I never really used to be a fan of lemon. Like, I don't know if it's because I was younger and obviously it's a bit of like a sharp taste, but I never really used to like lemon tasting things. And then now that I've been making lemon drizzle cakes and kind of fallen in love with it, I'm just like really obsessed with lemon tasting things. I don't really know why. I also cannot wait to get a haircut after this lockdown. I haven't had a haircut for probably like well over 6 months. And yeah, obviously I can't get my hair cut now whilst we're in lockdown either. I would get someone like in the house to do it because I don't mind them doing it. It's literally just a trim on the ends, but we don't have any like hair cutting scissors, and I don't really think you can use like normal scissors because I think they're like too blunt. I think they need to be like super sharp, so I'm just gonna leave it and wait until I can actually go and get my hair cut. But my hair is literally like so ridiculously long, and I think because it just is so in need of a cut because I haven't had it done in so long, my hair is just really flat and it's not really doing what I want. Like, there is so much of the ends that just needs going because they're dry, they're not like smooth or straight because they're all dead and stuff. I literally just need so much cut off. Part of me wants to get loads cut off and part of me just wants to get like all that's necessary cut off. But like during quarantine, like I think a lot of girls have been through the same, but I've been like thinking of what I can do to my hair. Like I was like, oh my god, what would I look like blonde? Don't think I'd ever go blonde just because I've got very dark features, so I just don't think it would look right on me. And I'd also be scared that I'd go blonde and then wouldn't like it and then wouldn't be able to get my natural hair colour back, because I do quite like my natural hair colour. My mum is very blonde though, like naturally she's very blonde, but then again my mum's got like blue eyes and a lot lighter eyebrows than I do. Like part of my dark features I've got from my dad, so I don't really think it would work. But I still have been curious as to what I'd look like with blonde hair, like a cool blonde or like a silvery blonde, but I don't think I'm brave enough to do it just in case I did it and didn't like it. But then part of me is like, maybe I should get like balayage or something, so I keep the brown but just have like blonde parts in it. I don't know, because I feel like that would probably suit me more than just going like full on blonde. But again, I'm a bit too scared to do it. Like I'm scared it would go wrong, and I wouldn't want to do it like box dye because I've got a lot of hair. It's very, very thick, so I just feel like if I tried to do it by myself it just wouldn't work. So I'd want to go and get it done at the hairdressers, but then obviously that costs money and I'm like, do I want to spend money on it if I think I'm not going to like it? Because if I don't like it then it's a waste, and then I just have to pay more money to get it back to what it originally was before. So I don't really know, but I'm really having dilemmas with my hair because it's like desperately in need of a cut, so it's just not looking nice, which is driving me mad. So then because I don't like how my hair's looking, I'm then thinking like what I can do to change it. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to dye it because I'm not brave enough. But yeah, that's literally one of the things I'm most looking forward to about getting out of lockdown, is having my hair cut. And I've never really been that excited about having hair cut before, but I'm literally so much looking forward to it now. I'm going to stop rambling now. I've finally made the drizzle, so I'm just going to mix that together. And that is literally it. So when the cake comes out, I'm gonna jab a few little holes in it and pour this over. I'll film it and like insert that clip in here. But yeah, that's it for this video. So I hope you enjoyed it. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you at some point soon in another video. Bye.